Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Karen Richards and I'm going to be your host this evening, and we're talking about the next chapters, and it's just really excited if you've been invited by either myself or Gina Zervos or Shelly Long, because we are excited to be sharing our passion with you and the purpose and what it's taking us, where it's taking us in life. And so you may not know the other girls. It's like the Brady Bunch around here, all the little faces, but you may not know everyone speaking on this call, but one of us invited you. We just want to share this message of hope, and we're very mission-driven people. And you've been invited because, you know, Shelly or Gina or myself, we love you, we respect you. There's something about you that we just really are attracted to. And so we hope that you'll take a few minutes this evening just to listen and hear these amazing stories. So the call is meant to be relaxed and fun. We're not asking you to buy anything. We are going to share a little bit about our passion. We do have a product that backs what we do, but you're just here to show your support to us, so we appreciate that. In the first few minutes, we're just going to talk about our family health, and you're going to hear information that's inspiring, some short stories from us, just taking our health to the next level and help other people do the same thing. So for the rest of the call, we're going to be talking about the organization that Shelly and Gina and I have partnered with, and that is called the Juice Plus Company. And so what that is we have we found this amazing company at one point or another that walked in our life, and we are hoping that something we're sharing is going to just shout out to you, and you're going to be like, oh, you know what? So-and-so, they need to hear that message. You know, maybe that person goes to your church or your child's school or one of your kids' activities, because that's really our hope, is that we're getting our message out to people that really need it. So with that being said, I'm going to kick it off just telling you a little bit about our products, and then ask you a couple questions, so maybe I can get some head nods or some hands. So would you agree that being healthy today is a challenge? Yeah, for sure. For sure. And so, you know, we all want to look good. We want to feel good. That's why people invest so much money going to the gym or, you know, whatever their health thing is that they're doing. And we want to live this long, active, healthy life, right? We want to be around for our children's children. That's important to all of us. So what we have done, the three of us, is we have partnered with this amazing opportunity called the Healthy Living Revolution. And so what we are doing is we're doing great activities in our communities. We're putting on kids activities. We're doing salad and jar parties. We're doing whatever we can to inspire healthy living around the world. And with that, like I said, we do have a product that backs that, and it's called Juice Plus. And we know that part of that, yes, we want to live healthy, is that we're supposed to eat 9 to 13 servings of raw fruits and vegetables a day. Everybody does that, right? Probably not. It's okay. No judgment. And so I'm going to show you what those are. Our main products we have, and I don't know if I can hold them on my hand, but I'm going to try. So we have what's called the Trio Blend. It's fruits, veggies, and berries. And we also have this super new, exciting Omega. It's a vegan product, no fish. And I'm definitely going to have to mute myself when the other girls are talking, because I might be chewing these up. They taste awesome. So it's just an awesome thing that can take your product, you know, these products can help take people's health to the next level. You know, who do you know that maybe could use a little boost in their health? Well, probably most of us and those around us that we know. We love that Juice Plus. It comes from farm fresh nutrition. We work with family farmers that have been around for multiple generations. It's got just super high nutritional content. I love that it has a nutrition label. And we also have an amazing line called Complete. It's bars and shakes. I don't have the bars in front of me, but we have these great shakes. They're super versatile. We make all kinds of fun things with them. You can use them just as a shake, but you can also use them for smoothie bases. You can make pancakes and bake with them. My kids love making waffles with them. And so the other thing that I love as a health professional, I'm a certified health coach, is that it has a lot of science that backs it up. And that makes me feel confident in what I'm sharing with people. You know, it's like, there's so many things out there. Well, gosh, I don't know. Is it good? You know, my friend told me it was good. But yes, I'm your friend and I'm telling you it's good. But what I love even more is that I've got almost 40 studies now that are gold standard studies backing up what we're saying. So I just love what it's done for my family, but I know that Gina and Shelly love what it's done for theirs as well. So I just wanted to have them share a little bit. So I know Gina, I'm gonna have her go first so she can unmute herself. And I just love what you've told me it's done for your kids. So I'm gonna let you tell a little bit about your Juice Plus experience.
Sure. Well, as Karen very well knows, I was totally in denial about some of the things that were going on in my health. And if you'd asked me 4 years ago how healthy I was, I would have said, we are really healthy and we don't really eat fast food and we don't drink soda and all this stuff we didn't do. But here's what we also were not doing is we were not eating a ton of fruits and vegetables. We were eating like the same 5 things over and over. So here was the big problem. Before we started on Juice Plus, everyone in my family was either sick or tired pretty much all the time. We were on Zyrtec year round, especially my kids. My babies were 1 and 3 then. And we owned a nebulizer and we used it a lot. And so I learned that in order to make some really positive changes in that area, that I had to make some big changes, and that all of our health problems were really linking back to what wasn't on our plate in terms of fresh produce, in terms of fruits and vegetables. And it was kind of shocking because, again, I really thought that we were like the family that had it under control, and, you know, we cooked a lot at home, and it just wasn't enough. We were not getting what we were supposed to be getting between like stuff we didn't like and, you know, just time factors and convenience and things like that. So Juice Plus and the Healthy Living Revolution really turned out to be exactly what we needed in terms of nutritional support and the community that we found inside this. We've improved our health and we've had a ton of fun doing it, which I don't know very many people that can really say that honestly, right? Now we are 4 years sick visit and antibiotic free, which is huge considering how sick we were before. No more nebulizer, no more allergy medicine. No more energy problems, as you can probably very well tell. We're all craving a ton of fruits and vegetables. And, you know, we're just so grateful for these products and the people that have been brought into our life through this vehicle, and just all the amazing education that we've gotten from being a part of this too. So we'll never go back.
Love it. Thank you so much, Gina. Before I have Shelly tell a little bit, I'm going to tell you also there's a website that Gina and Shelly and I use all the time. And no matter if you're our customer or not, we want you to write this down. It's the can't even say it, I'm tongue-tied, healthylivingrevolution.com. Okay, I got it all out. healthylivingrevolution.com. We have a cookbook. I know that's like Shelly's favorite thing. We have this family cookbook. There's all kinds of great kid activities. I know Gina's used that in her community. There's educational webinars from top doctors in our country, and there's tons of free resources for you. So we want you to go check that out. So Shelly, I know that you have loved being a part of the Healthy Living Revolution. I know you're like the cookbook queen. So I'm going to have you share a little bit about your experience too.
Yeah, it is true. I love to cook so much. And so about 3.5 years ago, we were a growing family. I just had a baby, and my husband was diagnosed with celiac disease. And I was kind of in a cooking funk, as you might bring up that subject, because I was trying to figure out how to cook gluten-free for my husband. And I am serious. If it said gluten-free on that little label at the store, I was buying it. It didn't matter if it was nacho cheese Doritos or what it was. Like, I was like, give it to me. It's gluten-free. And so, you know, I was like, man, this is going to be a rough road for us. And so we were on vacation, and my sister-in-law had shared one of those shakes that Karen showed with me, because I was kind of looking for something to make mom life easier. And I had kind of seen that there's this shake thing out there. It's got to be easier, right? And she says, these are gluten-free. And I'm like, they're gluten-free? I'm like, he can make them himself? I'm like, so it was really exciting for us to learn that there's something good out there. And she's like, yeah, and the kids can have them too. And so I was like, wow, like that hits all the marks I needed. And so So then she got me on the phone after vacation and shared Juice Plus with me, probably for the millionth time. She had been sharing with me for years, and I just didn't understand it. And so when I figured out that it was just a way to get 30 fruits and vegetables into our family on a daily basis, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. And I wasn't doing that or anything close to that. And so after we got started, within a week, I started noticing changes in our family, and I started getting a whole bunch more energy. As you can tell, I have lots of energy now. And, you know, my skin started clearing up and my allergies started to go away. I just noticed little things along the way. But the big thing was the community of people helped me with my gluten-free cooking problem. I was just like, I had this place to go to, and I could learn and I could get the education on why maybe I should consider eating gluten-free too. And why, you know, there was just so many things, you know, what other things could I do to help my son be healthier, who has a heart condition, you know, different things like that. And so I just love that part of it, is like, I've made all these friends and had so much fun fixing my problem that I had of not knowing what to do next. And we've just gotten so much healthier. Our kids are amazing. They eat such a big variety of things compared to other kids and what they used to. And, you know, they just are so aware of their health. And I think that's been a huge blessing to our family. It's just that awareness of what you can do to make yourself healthier every day. So,
yeah, I love that. And that's, you know, that's a big thing for me too. We have a lot of autoimmune things in our home. And so I didn't share my product story, but, you know, just for me, it's been that community, like Shelly said, like knowing I could go in this group and I could find people to, you know, give me ideas for gluten-free cooking, or, you know, a healthier go-to snack for my kids. So I've learned so much just in the community, and then finding people in my local area to do those kind of fun things with. We cook together and get together. So now we're going to transition just a little bit. I'm going to tell you about the company behind Juice Plus. You know, as you can see, our main mission is to help people get healthy. That's really what we do. We bring them freedom through improved health. And it's really important that we let you know also that about 80% of our Juice Plus is purchased from people that are completely just customers. They are not representatives like Shelly and Gina and I. But while the business is not for everyone, there are those that are looking for that kind of time freedom. And so enter what we have now called and deemed the freedom revolution. And so with that, again, we're not going to ask you to do anything. You know, we're looking for you to think in your head, like, who might that be? You know, I do have that friend that's looking for that part-time income. You know, we just want to share why we love the business and then tell you what it's done for us. Because as we're talking, maybe you'll think of someone, even if it's just one person, who needs to hear what we have to say about, you know, this time freedom. So how does it work? Well, it's what we call a virtual franchise. Super simple model. It's $50 a year to own your own franchise. I used to tease my husband. I'm like, that's your beer money. Like, seriously, let me open my own business. You know, you couldn't say that if it was Starbucks or Chick-fil-A or any of those, because it's millions and millions of dollars, right? So $50, low risk just to start your own franchise. Everyone has an online office and everyone has a personal website. So they're cookie cutter. We're on the same level playing field. So that's really exciting. But what I love is our company, which is headquartered in Memphis, Tennessee. They do the rest. They manufacture the product. They deliver it. They bill our customers. They ship our customers. And then they just drop a paycheck into my account every single month on time. I love that. So there's no inventory. I don't have anything. If people come to me and say like, hey, I want to get some Trio, I enter their order and the company ships direct to them. So it's not like I have to have that on hand on stock. And I also don't have to have any minimums. So I love that. All our commission levels are permanent. Once you reach a certain level, you are there forever. And that's something that's not modeled across network marketing in general. You can share a lot or you can share a little. Some people want to come in. They want to, you know, just have a few customers, enough to help pay for their own product. And that's awesome. And we love that. And then there's people like us, and you're going to hear our stories, that this has really turned into an A plan for us, you know, to step away from careers and things, because there is no glass ceiling. And we have an awesome group called the Freedom Revolution, where there are more of these types of stories. If you're interested in hearing, or that person you're thinking of, we can plug them into that group and let them hear. Because I know Gina in particular, that was one that it said the glass ceiling, and her story is amazing in there. And Shelly, same thing. It says all about family options. So I would love you to get a chance to hear their stories. So what is so great about our company besides the other things that I just listed? Well, our president and founder, Jay Martin, has been at the helm this whole time. We were founded almost 50 years ago, and this almost 80-year-old man is still kicking strong, healthy, because that's what we do. We get people healthy. It's privately held. We're debt-free. We've had over 12 billion in sales. We're on track for $1 billion a year in the next 2 years. At the top position, which is what I am called a national marketing director. We get full health benefits. So I get a package that includes things like long-term care, well, major medical to start with. Who doesn't want that, right? So major medical, dental, disability, life insurance, chiropractic care, prescription coverage. I get a holiday bonus, a monthly expense account. And what I really love, because I have 3 children, and my husband just told me last week he wants to go back to school for his master's, I get college tuition assistance for myself, my spouse, and all my children. So that's really exciting for me. So I'm going to actually have Gina come on again first. And while she's unmuting herself, just, again, it's this freedom that it's been able to provide. And I know she has some amazing points that it's been allowed for her with this Freedom Revolution.
Yeah, we really are partnered with this company with an enormous heart. I mean, the more I learn about them and the more I'm around their culture, I realize it just is the best company in the world. Like some of the things that you'll find out as we go are really unbelievable. It's funny how my product story or my health story really kind of parallels my journey in this business, because I really thought before this came into my life that everything was fine. And it was, to a certain degree. Prior to becoming a part of the Juice Plus franchise, I was working in adult education in an administrative role. And I did enjoy it because I love teaching, and I got to do some of that, and I still get to do some of that, but now on my terms. And I just love the communication piece of that job. And so I was happy there for a long time, but as time went on, I started to realize a couple things. One, there was a definite glass ceiling. There was only one position above me, and I knew that I did not want that, nor was I eligible for it. My job and responsibilities kept increasing, but I didn't get a raise for 5 years. I was still working my tail off and not getting paid any more money. I was essentially trading my time for dollars. And then once we started to have babies, I was really just devastated because I realized I was working to pay someone else to raise my children. And all of a sudden that wasn't good enough for me. I knew that something else had to change. I was stuck. There was nowhere to grow there, and I had no time flexibility. And I knew that time with them being so little between the time they're born and the time that they go off to kindergarten was so short, and it was going to go by so fast. And I knew I didn't want to miss any of it. And so I felt like there had to be a better way, and there had to be something else that I could do. And so thank goodness this opportunity came in my life, and really quickly, as Karen mentioned, shifted from plan B or just an additional stream of income to a plan A, where I really could create that flexibility in my schedule and design my life. Now I get to say yes more often. I get to go to field trips and class parties and plays and yoga at 10 o'clock on a Friday morning just because I can. And that's a great way to expand my circle and be around more people that are like-minded. I get to make residual income while I sleep because, that's just the beautiful way that this business model is set up. And now I'm just making it my mission to help others establish a new stream of income to create options for their families. So they get to say yes more often, and they don't have to choose between going to work and going to field trips, or going to work and not being home for those first steps and other important milestones. So I'm so grateful that I have those options. I get to make those choices every day.
That's awesome. Gina mentioned like-minded people, and the one thing I notice is that we do attract like-minded people. And I know that Gina and Shelly both give back so much to their community, mostly with their time. They are both highly involved in their communities. And it doesn't surprise me that that they are attracted to this company because it's the same thing. You know, some of the things Gina said you're going to hear about, I just want to mention real quick what some of the things our company does to make a difference. We do what's called a children's health study. So when any adult orders these capsules that I held up earlier, you know, as long as they're ordering an adult version, you get to get one child's dosage for free, which is amazing. It does not have to be your child. Maybe it's your next door neighbor. Maybe it's a random stranger, but you can sponsor somebody. So that's an amazing thing that we have. And so when that study came about and they started giving away that free product, over 1 million families to date, by the way, have gotten that for free. They started thinking, how can we be in the spirit of not just healthy living, but healthy giving? So we are the title sponsor for the St. Jude Marathon weekend. It's coming up really soon, the first weekend of December. And it has gone from this little bitty race to, in 2010 or 2016, they raised over $10 million that weekend. And while that sounds like this massive amount of money, you guys, it costs $8 million a day to run St. Jude. So I don't know how familiar you are with that hospital, but no one ever pays one dime. So all of what we do helps support that. We are very involved with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, and we are actually putting one of our tower gardens, which the product we didn't even talk about, is an aeroponic garden. We're putting one in every single Boys and Girls Club in North America, and our founder, Jay Martin, founded a technical center in Memphis for the Boys and Girls Club with his own paycheck, $2 million he just donated to them. We have been working with the Volunteers of America with these amazing shakes. And we're donating over 10 million meals over the next, we've got 3 more years to go in the program. It was a 5-year program. So we just love the way our company gives back, not to mention that we are one of the high-ranking companies that is donating to all the horrible disasters in Puerto Rico and Texas, Louisiana, and Florida with hurricane victims. We've been able to give both money and product. And anyone that donated, they ask us to donate as reps to the company, and they matched all our donations. So it's been a wonderful, wonderful thing they do. So going back to being a part of a giving company, being in the giving community like Gina and Shelly do, I'm going to have Shelly share a little bit about, you know, the options that this has created for her family.
Yeah, so I want to share a little bit about how I grew up. I grew up in a house where my parents own their own business. They still do. I still work for them during the day, part-time. And so I've always known that there's a lot of freedom. You know, Karen talked a little bit about the freedom revolution. There's a lot of freedom when you own your own business. And that always depends on what kind of business you own. But I knew that there was a lot more flexibility in life because that's what had been modeled for me. And so in my early 20s, I started my own side business, and you might laugh because Karen said I love to cook, but it was called Caring Cookies because I care about people in my community, and that was something that I'm kind of skilled at, is cooking. And so I would bake for people, and I did it for years, and I loved it because I got to go into the community and spread joy, you know, spread smiles, make people's day when they got a box of cookies as a gift or this or that. And I also gave to charity from the proceeds or the money that I made. And so that was a really fun way for me to be part of the community. And, you know, it worked for a long time until, you know, I became a mom of 2 little people, and my husband was still working second shift, and there just wasn't enough hours in the day. And so, you know, making these treats just didn't seem to bring the joy to me as much anymore as it was at one point. And so now with the Juice Plus company, you know, we get paid for sharing wellness with others. And that just seems crazy, but it's so simple. And I earn monthly what I used to earn yearly doing my other side business. So that's really exciting for me because that's created a lot more options of fun for our family. My favorite one is that we've gotten to travel, and being from a small town, like sometimes you don't really get out a lot. And, you know, like last spring, we took our kids to Disneyland. Like that was like a maybe someday we might type thing. And, you know, it became reality for them. And that's because, you know, I've been able to do this as a mom on the side and still spend time with my family and to do things while they're sleeping. And I have the energy to do that thanks to Juice Plus. And you know, so it's really been fun for me. And the one thing that I love about this is, you know, I always have had a big heart for other people. And I have a dream that I get to be the person that makes a difference for people for the better every day. And so when I get to share this opportunity with others, you know, it makes me excited because I might be the person that helps someone else live out their dreams. And that's what we want to do, is we want to provide something that might, you know, spur an option or a dream of yours and help, you know, that become a reality like it has in my life. And that's what gets me excited about sharing with others when it comes to, you know, this amazing company.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Shelly. So we're going to wrap up. And what we want to say is, first, thank you again. You know, Shelly or Gina and I invited you here because we care, and we just are grateful that you took time to listen to what we had to say tonight. And we're really looking to network with two kinds of people. The number one person that we're looking to network with are those people that are ready to make an investment in your health, in their health. You know, something's going on, or they're already exercising, they already eat well, they get it. This makes sense to them, and it can make their life just a little bit easier. You know, $2 or $3 a day can get them on a fabulous program with our Juice Plus products. And so we found it to be, you know, it's simple, it's affordable. They're in a customer care group. They're getting all kinds of great support, and that's something the ladies mentioned. The second thing is, there might be someone that wants to partner in what we mentioned is called the Freedom Revolution. Our vision is to help people earn a stable paycheck. You know, something that a lot of us worry about, honestly, these days. People are losing their homes or their cars over $500. And we have this great vehicle that can help. Or like Shelly said, they're able to do a vacation for the first time. Maybe they want to contribute more. Maybe they want to tithe more to their church or to other organizations, like some of the ones that our company partners with. And so they have a vision for that, but they don't have a way to make it happen. So we want to be connected to those people. So if maybe you are, or maybe you know those two kinds of people, we would love for you to help us set up a conversation with them. I just can't think of anyone better to put your friends in touch with than one of these two ladies. I just think so highly of them, and I know that they are making such a difference in so many people's lives. So we thank you for coming. We thank you for joining us. And yeah, we hope you will check out our Healthy Living Revolution. Be sure to go over there and grab those free resources that we mentioned earlier on healthylivingrevolution.com, or let us jump you into that Freedom Revolution so you can hear a little bit more about what we're doing.